You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah.
Rob, how you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't know how you splice all that or put it together, but I'm delighted to have the new venue on YouTube, and I'm sorry we can't continue on, or at least I guess to the extent we do continue on Fox 28.
Yes.
We shouldn't mention any promotion of my candidacy.
No, we cannot. That's what's
okay.
happening. That is exactly what happened. Well, because here's what's going on. They want to make sure that if your voice is recognizable, your name is recognizable, your logo is recognizable, it may create an unfair advantage to any other campaigns, and we should offer them, the television station, the same equal time at the same time in the morning, and it's impossible to do. And so that's.
But and of course I'll be a little tongue in cheek here. But if you send an invitation to each of the other 5 candidates for Florida's 2nd congressional district, probably none of them will reply to you. Or in the alternative, I guess you would get some opportunities for other people to call in. But
well, the invitation has been extended, and it even on Facebook, when you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook on there, the invitation is extended to Mary Thomas, Neil Dunn, Ken Sakura. Those are the 3 other candidates that I can think of, and there's 2 more candidates on the Democratic side, I think. Is there not 2 more?
Yeah, there are. They just filed the actual week. The only time the week you could file. They had not expressed anything prior to that. But there's a Tallahassee environmentalist, an attorney by the name of Walter Dartland, and a fellow in Lake City by the name of Steve Krapps.
Okay.
And both of them have paid the $10,440 filing fee. Neither of them right now has a website, and I'm not really sure what they're doing. But I am going to meet one of those in a little place called Williston, about 25 miles west of 25 miles northwest of Ocala, on Saturday, the 23rd of July. So I will know more about that when it happens. So there really are 5 candidates who will appear on the ballot, and there is a 6th candidate, but he is a write-in, so his name will not be on the ballot.
Okay.
As far as I know, he's not very active in the campaign.
I was amazed when I started going to the who's running for office for U.S. Senate, how many names were for U.S. Senate. I mean, because right now I thought there was only Marco Rubio, Augustus Invictus, Paul Stanton, whoever else we got for U.S. Senate out there. I can't think of who they are. But there was about 30 names of people that have qualified to run for U.S. Senate. Did you know that?
Well, I would say that they're not qualified because, again, you have to collect, I forget what it is, for Senate, maybe 200,000 signatures, whatever it is.
Anyway.
Or pay the $10,440. So what they do is you can just send a letter to the Division of Elections. It's too late for this cycle, but say, I would like you to put my name on the list as I've declared candidacy for U.S. Senate. They'll put you on. However, in this particular cycle, it was June the 20th through June the 24th. If you didn't deliver your petitions or pay your filing fee, then you are not. You were previously qualified, but you are not qualified after that date because you haven't paid the fee. So you have dozens of people who maybe they want to get their name in the paper or something who say they're going to run, and I have not checked, frankly, the Senate races, but I think you'll find that number of people has gone down considerably.
Wow,
and obviously, after the 30th of August, there will be just one Democrat and one Republican and one Libertarian, and I doubt there'll be any others in the race, but I need to check on that.
You're probably absolutely right, but I was just amazed how many people have paid the money or qualified or whatever on the list, and I was just looking at it, and that was just for the state races. I didn't even bother to look at the locals because there's lots and lots of those out there. But now this race is the largest landmass, this area, District 2 in Florida, if I understand correctly. It's the largest per square miles, but it's one of the least populated. Am I saying that right as well? That is one of the least populated districts, District 2?
It is. Of course, there's 19 counties, but the Panhandle. The 2 largest counties, well, there's actually 3, but the 2 largest that we're basically familiar with is Leon County, of course, Tallahassee being the base, and where you are.
Bay County.
Panama City and Bay County. The other large county that we have a very small part of is Marion County. And, you're talking Ocala and surrounds there, but this district goes right up to the city limits of Ocala, doesn't actually go in it, and really goes off to the west in a fairly rural part. So it is it's the largest congressional district in Florida as far as land mass.
Okay, and your travels going around now. I know you're going to be speaking in Williston pretty soon. I think on the 25th. Is that what you said when it was?
23rd, yeah.
23rd, excuse me. What seems to be the message that seems to be hitting the chord that most people seem to that want to hear more about, about your candidacy? Is there one particular note that they seem to be grabbing a hold of?
Well, it changes a bit, James, but my general approach is first of all to state what the Libertarian Party and my basic approach is, and that is that the Libertarian Party is the only political party in America that is devoted to smaller government and to the protection of all rights of all the people all the time, and that encompasses, as far as issues, many dozens of them. Certainly, what I'm going to be talking about on the 23rd to the folks in Williston and interacting, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lead off with smaller government. It's a basic tenet of my candidacy. I'm sure many of your viewers have watched some or all of the Republican National Convention this week.
Right.
And something that struck me, and I didn't see it all, but I certainly saw different roundups. I didn't see a U.S. national debt clock there. And I recall back in 2012 when the Republicans held their convention in Tampa, there was a big debt clock of about $16 billion. They made a big deal of it. And no debt clock that I could see this week. And I guess they don't care too much about the debt anymore. Well, that's a talk item. If these people think they're going to spend money they don't have and run up the debt more for our children, grandchildren, and future generations, those folks are frankly nuts. And I'm saying this because we're on YouTube and not on the broadcast channel.
Well, I agree with you. Sometimes I'm wondering about our sanity level as it is, because American sanity level, because it seems like we got two insane people running on the Republican and Democratic Party right now. After we've gone through this, we got to see some of the shenanigans that happened at the GOP convention, and I tell you what, I think the Libertarian Party had a lot more fun than the GOP did. At least we didn't have to worry about going through metal detectors and being frisked and stopped and patted down before we walked to the convention hall. But that's another story in itself. But they always seem to be talking about freedom and smaller government, but we seem to be getting just the opposite. Even in the GOP conventions, you can see how much control they have over everything that goes on. And they seem to want to make sure that everything is controlled by the government. And any government, in my opinion, is big enough to give you everything, is big enough to take it all away from you.
Yeah, I think they talk a good game, but I think the real message, even for most Republicans, they acknowledge as far as government control and debt, that is spending money you don't have, is I think their approach is, we're better than the Democrats, which is, in fact, at least the Democrats are honest. I mean, they say they're there for larger government for their various reasons and so forth, and it's implicit that they are incurring more debt all the time with no end in sight. And the Republicans would have you believe, we're better because we're fiscally conservative. Well, baloney, they're not fiscally conservative. It's just a talking point, and it's a papered-over differentiation. Really, both the old political parties are. There's virtually nothing of substance that you can tell between them. They're so close on so many issues that neither one of them, in my view, is serving the interest of the American people. Well, and the Libertarian Party is the only party, as I said, that has as its focus and is devoted to smaller government and the protection of all rights of all the people all the time. No other party, we can go down the list of other parties, but they're all missing, including the Republicans, the Democrats, all missing some component of that. So we have a uniqueness in terms of how we view politics in the United States.
Didn't you develop that little phrase? All the people, all the time. All, didn't you come up with that? Where did you find that at? Was it you or someone else? Or because
it went through a few iterations, and I believe you contributed to it at one point.
Well, I mean, but
the basic slogan comes from a woman in Waco, Texas. Mm-hmm. Her name is Lauren Dougherty, and she works for part-time for the National Libertarian Party. Mm-hmm. She's a member of the state executive committee in Texas, Libertarian Committee, and she's the chair of McAllen County, where she lives. So she's also a mom with 2 young sons and a husband, and I forget what else she does and how she gets it all done. I do not know, but she crafted those words, and we wordsmithed a little bit. And now it's a slogan that's tagged to every email that I happen to send out.
Well, I put it on the back. I put it on the back of my political cards. That's what I put on there. I think it's a really neat slogan because we're concerned about. We want smaller government for take care of the liberties of all the people all the time, not just a select few. And that's what I think a lot of people feel like we've got people that take care of special interests that are supposed to look out for the little people, so to speak. But those special interests a lot of times end up costing the little people a lot more in the long run. Sometimes a lot more of their freedoms get taken away because of these special interest groups that demand things.
You bet. Now you have a wonderful slogan on your cashier's terminal, and I'm trying to remember what it is, but I put it up some months ago, and we had a lot of responses on that. Do you recall what that says?
Anna Marie's the one that put it together. What does it say? She said the one of cashiers. I think you're tired of the two-party system. I think is what. Yeah, it's tired of the Republican and Democratic Party. Change your party affiliation here. That's what we do. We have people that come in here to get their car repair work done on. And they said, I'm so tired of that. And here, where do I sign? And
there you go. You've got a solution, and I'm delighted. People walk in, and everyone complains about things, but few do things to try and fix it. And just your opportunity when you're paying your car bill to go ahead and change your voter registration to Libertarian. It's right there. Yeah. I don't know anybody else in town who offers that, and frankly, I wish every business in Panama City did offer that. But at least when you get your car serviced at James Auto Center that you can also change your registration to Libertarian. I think that's wonderful.
I think it's a great idea too. And since my wife is the district rep in this area, that's one of the. I think she took that job over from you when you ran for office. She's been trying her best to put things together. I think we're going tonight to Jackson County. You're going to be there tonight, I understand. We're going to go to Jackson County.
I'm going up there, although I'm going to leave early just because I have to get up at dark 30 tomorrow for the trip down to Williston. But yes, I will definitely see you there tonight.
Sounds good. I got to get up at dark 30 tomorrow morning, go take care of some bees up in Calhoun County. So I know that's what I do on my weekends now. I get to go play with honeybees. And
that's wonderful.
It is for me. All right, Rob, I'm going to talk to you next week again. Thank you so much. I'll be posting this on YouTube, and so you'll get to view it before this morning's over. I'll talk to you later. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye, everybody.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 beep.